Hey, Bills Mafia, this is Buffalo Louie with the keys to the Buffalo Bills playing at home Monday night against Jacksonville at 7:30. It's right now. It's Monday around noonish. It's raining here in Rochester. We'll be there. It's supposed to clear up by about 4 o'clock in Buffalo, and we're tailgating. It's not supposed to rain during the game, and I think it's going to be in the mid 60s, maybe the low 70s. So look. Not this last Thursday, but the Thursday before that, the game week 2, the Bills put a thumping on Miami, 31-10. The Bills defense had a pick 6. They had 3 interceptions in total, and they stopped Miami on 4th down 3 times. In fact, they never made a 4th down conversion. Miami game was by the time of the end of the 3rd quarter, it was done. The game was done. They were cooked. One of the least stressful games I've ever watched with the Bills. Hey, the keys to the Jacksonville victory is they got 2 great ends. The Jacksonville Jaqs. One of them is named Josh Allen. The other one, I believe, is Walker. They're really good. So Dawkins and Spencer Brown need to play good to give Josh time. The other thing is the Bills' defense has got to be in the hunt for turnovers. Trevor Lawrence has fumbled a lot in the last 7 games. The last 7 games, Trevor is 0-7, 5 from last year, the last 5, and of course they missed the playoffs last year after going 8-3 to start the season. And he has 10 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in the last 7 games, 5 from last year and 2 from this year. His completion rate is 53%. He's had 17 sacks and only 19 yards rushing with 1 touchdown. So you know what? That's a recipe for disaster at Highmark Stadium, right? That the Bills defense can really get after him. So I think that's bodes really well for the Bills. And by the way, the Bills defense, I think, leads the league in the last 6 quarters. You remember the Arizona game? Arizona scored 17 points, and the Bills had 3, I think, going into the beginning of the 2nd quarter. And after they doubled up with a touchdown at the end of the 2nd quarter and a touchdown in the start the 3rd quarter, the Bills have only allowed 6 points since the last 6 quarters of the last 2 games. The last 6 quarters, they've only allowed 6 points. So I'm not counting the touchdown, kickoff touchdown, because that was special teams, but just talking about Bobby Badger's defense. And then on offense, the Bills have allowed only, what do you mean allowed? I mean, they've scored in the last 6 quarters. They scored 62 points to 6. I mean, that's amazing. That's the best in the league. So look for the coordinators, Brady and Babbage, are doing a great job. Be ready to adjust defense and offense because Jacksonville's desperate. Look for trick plays, etc., blitzing, all kinds of stuff. And beat up on the right tackle. Von Miller and Greg Rousseau, when he's in there, they got to beat up on him. I think he's a rookie or he's just not very good. And so there's be opportunities to sack. You never know, get a strip sack of Lawrence. My predictions for the game. The Bills are going to intercept Lawrence. It's going to happen. He's going to get intercepted. I think it'll be his first one this year. But remember, he had 17 last year in the last 7 games. So that ain't too good. I'm sorry, he had 7 interceptions in the last 7 games. So he's due. Dalton Kincaid will have 4+ receptions, and I think he's going to have 50+ yards and a touchdown. Greg Rousseau is going to get a sack. James Cook, because they play a lot of man-to-man defense, I think you look for the backs to be coming out of the backfield and catching the ball, and also the tight ends, because they're going to have linebackers on them or safeties, smaller safeties on them. Look for them to do great, but I think Cooks is going to have a receiving touchdown. Josh is going to have a great game. They play 70% man. Look for Josh to hit his open receivers. I think it'll be a good game for Shakir. Dalton Kincaid, the receivers, like I just said, I think Josh is going to have 300 yards between passing and rushing. Look for 3+ touchdowns. I think the game is going to take the feel of like the Titans. In 2022, that Monday night game was a 41-7 drubbing. That's after Tennessee had beat them in the COVID year 20 and 21, I believe it was. One game away and one game at the Bills Stadium. and I think they're going to take it out on them. And again, there's a number of players that have never beaten Jacksonville. I think they're going to be a hurting on them. My prediction is they're going to win by 2+ scores. I got it 41-10. But you know, as long as they win, you know, a win is a win. So where else would you rather be? Is right here, right now. Go Bills.